Hi everyone, it's nap time. I usually say it's the nap time, but I just can't deal with Poofy laughing at me. Either way, nap time is a weekly event that we are holding at our nap server where with a bunch of friends we are getting randomly selected games from itch.io or the bundle for racial justice and equality that we got some time ago, and we are playing games that are just thrown at us. It doesn't matter if you don't like the genre, if you don't like the setting, you have to try it because you might find a diamond in a rough, right? So this is mostly to highlight any overshadowed titles that might have been added to that bundle or that might be sitting on itch.io just waiting to be discovered. Also, we are getting, tons of fun just comparing our experiences and laughing if somebody gets like a terribly broken game. Anyway, everybody is welcome to join both the nap, our Discord server, and Naptime, which is our little project here. If you are interested, the links are in the description. You can also find links to the videos by other creators that participated this week. But anyway, I've got this, Walden A Game. I read a bit of the description on itch.io. It's a story about a philosopher, Henry David Thoreau, I think his name is. I'm sorry, I haven't heard about him, so I'm not sure. But from what I read, this is supposed to be like introspective experience, mixed a bit with a survival game. So far, I like how it looks. Among other games that we've already played.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like is to reduce it to its lowest terms, and, if it proved to be mean, to get the whole and genuine meanness of it, or if it were sublime, to know it by experience, and to give a true account of it.
I can understand trying to appreciate like the simple life. To begin living Thoreau's experiment, seek out the glittering arrowheads throughout the woods. The first one is on the rock between you and the cabin. Oh, I can see it. But, yeah, I have to admit, this is used. Yes, please don't throw me out of my immersion here. Move close, center, and click on object like arrowheads to interact with them. You know what? Because from when there was a starting screen, there were like a lot of information about this being supported by different foundations, like educational stuff and historical stuff. So I can imagine that it was made a bit.
When I wrote the following pages, or rather the bulk
With
of
non-gamers in
them,
mind.
I lived alone in the woods, a mile from any neighbor, in a house which I had built myself, on the shore of Walden Pond, in Concord, Massachusetts, and earned my living by the labor of my hands only.
Press and hold the right mouse button over anything in the world to inspect it closely.
Interesting.
As much as sportsmen go in pursuit of ducks and gunners of musquash and scholars of rare books and travels of adventures and poets of ideas and all men of money, I go in search of arrowheads.
When I first took up my abode in the woods, my house was not finished. It was a pleasant hillside where I worked, covered with pine woods, through which I looked out on the pond, and a small open field in the woods where pines and hickories were springing up.
I don't want to be mean, but I have to say you have a letter. Click on a letter from Sophia. It's his sister, I think.
July 4th, 1845. Dearest Henry, congratulations on the start of your experiment. I hope that the work goes well and the ideas are fruitful. Mr. Emerson says you are intent to devour yourself in our woods, but I hope that you will remember to take good care and keep yourself well. Mother worries, as do I. Your loving sister, Sophia.
Sophia? That's a weird way of... press M to reread your mail wherever you are. Okay. So, I don't want to be mean. However, I would say that, living your true self, not bothered by the commodities, or rather maybe not distracted by commodities and all that stuff, is a luxury. Like, wanting to go back to the basic existence is I don't know. I'm
There is some of the same fitness in a man's building his own house that there is in a bird's building its own nest. Who knows but if men constructed their dwellings with their own hands and provided food for themselves and families simply and honestly enough, the poetic faculty would be universally developed, as birds universally sing when they are so engaged.
like, for him, this is an experiment where he has to build his own house and he has to prepare his own food and he has to tend to his own needs. But for some people, especially those of lower stature, this is a reality. And this guy, he is a philosopher. He is from a wealthy family and he has, like he said, the nearest neighbor is a mile away. So even though he is, you could say in the middle of nowhere, he is in a comfortable distance from a civilization, so he doesn't have to worry in any, in case of any emergency. A mile is a lot if you want to go on foot, but it's not other side of the world. I'm uncomfortable with this.
What are you doing now? Emerson asked. Do you keep a journal? So I make my first entry today.
Press J to open and close your journal. Oh, this is your journal, a collection of all the ideas you found in the woods. The first page is a map of Walden. Use Q and E to turn the pages. Okay, so this is a letter, so it's not a map. This is... Oh, and see, food, about half full, fuel about half full, clothing, somewhere, shelter, under construction, fully rested and inspired, to do or not to do. Oh, this is a lot. I went to the woods because I wished to live... Oh, wait, he said this. These are all the let's say, notes that I found already. So let's try continuing. Or maybe I should read this letter.
July 1845. My dear Henry, Mr. Emerson has assisted my family in acquiring a house near Concord, and there we are now, writing, living like philosophers, which is to say, with little but happily. I will visit you soon and bring Mr. Garrison of the Liberator. We have all been so inspired by his earnest and unequivocal writings regarding the moral stain of slavery on our nation. Perhaps he will speak at our Lyceum on the topic. Yours truly, A. Bronson Alcott.
Interesting.
July, 1845. Dear Mr. Thoreau, my employer, Dr. Agassiz, was happy to meet you last month with Mr. Emerson, and was quite impressed with your knowledge of local biology. He wonders if you might be able to provide some specimens for him to use in his work. Dr. Agassiz would gladly come to Concord to collect such specimens himself, but is drawn away by numerous and pressing engagements. If you are amenable to this idea, we will soon send you requests for these items and are happy to pay you for your trouble. Sincerely, James Elliott Cabot, assistant to Dr. Agassiz, Harvard University.
Is this like a you know, a first on my list of things to do? Oh, it isn't. Is it? And it's not added to my journal. Okay. Anything? Oh, mail pile. I never received more than 1 or 2 letters in my life that were worth the postage. Oh, I already read that. Okay, so nothing more in here, probably. So what do we do? There's an arrowhead over here. Yes. Like, I don't know. A tree? Huh. Oh shit! I can look at trees! That's pretty rad.
My house was on the side of a hill, immediately on the edge of the larger wood, in the midst of a young forest of pitch pines and hickories, and half a dozen rods from the pond, to which a narrow footpath led down the hill. In my front yard grew the strawberry, blackberry, and life everlasting, John's wort and goldenrod, shrub oaks and sand cherry, blueberry and groundnut.
Okay. I am a bit impressed.
My residence was more favorable not only to thought, but to serious reading than a university. And though I was beyond the range of the ordinary circulating library, I had more than ever come within the influence of those books which circulate round the world.
What? Milky Way? Iliad. Okay, I'm not gonna read it. But is it like the whole? Holy shit. Okay, that's all. But it's still a good chunk of the book. Wow. It's getting dark. Press L to take out or put away your lantern. Oh, I hate it. L. That's... Wait, that looks like a model from Amnesia. I don't like it. Press and hold right mouse button over a fire to see your energy level. Fires will rise as you rest near them and die down again once you have regained all blah blah.
Interesting.
Driftwood. Birch. And the thing. You don't know this thing? I don't know how it's called in... was that a fish? Yellow perch? I recognize it from Animal Crossing. But this thing, I don't know what it's called in English. But in Polish, rocks. It's not rocks. This thing, it's called tatarak in Polish. Anyway. This is barely a fire. Campfire. You are fully rested. Oh, is that a basket? You could fish if you had your fishing rod. The spot where you left it is marked with a red X on the map. Press J to open the journal. J. Oh, I left it quite a... But this is pretty. Milky Way. Okay, so... Oh, I can run. Nice. So it should be somewhere there, right? It's now evening. Soon it will be time to rest and reflect on the day. Yeah, but first I'm gonna grab my fishing rod, hopefully. If I find it. Unless I get lost in the dark. But it's a very, I would say it's a very bright night, so there's no need for me to use the lantern. Okay. It should be not too far away from here. I hear a sound of a clock. Squirrel! Boo. Now it's time to reflect on your day in the woods. Each evening when you hear the clock chime, review the notes that you made in your journal. What? Blah, blah, blah. Wait. I make my supper of blueberries and lay up a store for several days. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is, my house is on the side of the hill. Usually the red squirrels wake me in the dawn. Ah, yeah, I found a squirrel. Wake where you are. Yeah, why the hell not? I passed out at the fishing rod. You have another letter. You may get more mail the passing days. Okay.
I am no more lonely than the loon in the pond that laughs so loud, or than Walden Pond itself. I am no more lonely than a single mullein or dandelion in a pasture, or a bean leaf, or a sorrel, or a horsefly, or a bumblebee. I am no more lonely than the millbrook, or a weathercock, or the North Star, or the south wind, or an April shower, or a January thaw, or the first spider in a new house.
Yeah! I'm gonna have a fish. Ah! Aw. Come on. Come on, fish. Press escape to pause the game. From the pause menu you can save or exit the game. Okay. No, I want to fish. There we go. Fish, come on. You want to eat this bug. Jesus Christ. Yes! It's a perch! I don't do anything here. I'm just throwing it. Oh, come on, come on, come on! Aww. Okay, one more time. And I'm done. And I'm gonna look for, I don't know, blueberries or something. Come on, give me fish. Fish, fish, fish. Ah, okay. I'm done. I'm done, thank you. But I caught a fish. I caught a fish. Do I have, like, inventory or something? Or can I take the rod with me? No, I can't. Okay, let's look for berries, because right now pines are not something to be eaten. There are some bushes here, but they don't look edible. Maybe some mushrooms. They could also be pretty nice. They usually like this type of place, let's say, but it's summer, so there won't be many mushrooms. Okay, so let's go back to the house. There's a squirrel again. What's this? It's a cone. Pine cone. Leaves. Where did you find berries? Because you said that there are berries near your black birch. Because you said that there were berries near your house. And I thought you meant like actually near your house. Wait, let's check one thing. Because there is information on food. Low supply. Why is it low supply if I caught a fish? Let's try catching one here. Stop yawning. I want to yawn when I hear somebody do that. Come on! Yes! I don't know what this is, but I have another fish. Okay, I have 2 fish. Does that change my food? Near maximum capacity. Yeah. Just 2 fish. And it's near max. Nice. Okay, so I had a letter waiting for me at the house. Also, I could do something about the about the roof.
The necessaries of life for man in this climate may, accurately enough, be distributed under the several heads of food, shelter, clothing, and fuel. For not till we have secured these are we prepared to entertain the true problems of life with freedom and a prospect of success.
Cool.
July 1845. Dear Henry, you've told me yourself that it is difficult to begin anything without borrowing, and I know that you can use an axe, so I've left one for you in my front yard by the chopping stump. Do come by any time to fetch it. Perhaps we can discuss the new lecture I am working on while you are here. Your friend, Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Okay. The location of items you need to find and tasks you might want to do will be marked with a red X on the map in your journal. There's no X's on my map. Borrow an axe. Oh, Emerson's. Okay. See how close he has his friend's house? It's basically almost as far as I had to go to grab the fishing rod from this place. Jesus. Like what kind of Yeah, I have completed 2 walls. Cool. Maybe let's complete some more. Ah! Nice. Okay. And once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go grab the axe. But it may be getting too late for that. Another 2 walls? No? Okay. Ah! There's a... You are out of energy. Okay. Come back later. Oh my god, I'm dying. What do I need to do to not die? Exhausted but inspired. Should I go somewhere or should I just rest? Interesting. Okay, I'm not dying anymore. I just need a roof right now. So, we are on a, I would say, right track. Press and hold right mouse button to check your food stores here. Wait, where? Where? Here. What's this? Spyglass. My clothes. Okay, food. Food shelf. This shelf shows you how much food do you have. Let's check this arrowhead.
I learned that it would cost incredibly little trouble to obtain one's necessary food, even in this latitude. That a man may use as simple a diet as the animals, and yet retain health and strength.
I'm sorry, is this supposed to be like a fireplace? Because you don't have a chimney, and I don't think a wooden fireplace will, do you any good. Okay, your inspiration has become low, but you can regain by reading, attending to sounds of life in the distance, enjoying solitude, and interacting with visitors. Oh, what's this?
Huh.
A hoe! There are hoes in this house. This is your bean field. Okay, I don't think I have the energy for that. A little wary, okay, so I'm not gonna do that. I am supposed to borrow an axe. Wait, not this button, but this. I need to go a bit to the right. I am not inspired. There are some hose, mossy pine, okay. Am I getting more inspired by looking at the nature? Uninspired, okay. So what do I need to just stand and listen? Am I getting more inspired by just standing and listening? The thing is, if you are trying to survive on barely anything, you don't have much time to just press J to open and close your journal. The first page is a map. Yeah, I know. I'm going to my neighbor. I mean...
Interesting.
I hear a horse behind me. I don't think that's the... That's weird. That's weird. I think it's supposed to be like... I don't know where the civilization is. Okay, so see, basically behind the hill there's a proper house and all that stuff. So wow. This road will lead away from the woods to the town to Concord. Of Concord. Yeah, but I'm supposed to grab an axe. The Emersons. This is the home of Ralph Waldo. Click on arrowheads, blah blah blah. With orange glints to discover the memories they reveal. Okay. This is... Oh. Thing.
It's very good to make your acquaintance, Mr. Thoreau. Your sister seems to believe our thoughts and philosophies are very much aligned. It is good to find a youth so interested in the finer fruits of thought.
Is this my friend? Hello,
Good evening.
friend.
Good evening.
Oh, Henry, how goes your new experiment? Has genius struck yet at my woodlot?
No genius yet, only some summer hairs.
No genius yet, only some summer hairs.
Well, I'm sure your muse will find you soon. Time in the woods has always given you inspiration. Since you're here, I could use your assistance with some research I'm doing for a new lecture. Could you spare the time to help me?
Certainly.
Well, thank you. I know you're quite busy with your own work, but I need help finding my copy of Homer's Iliad. I saw that you were reading it down by a new cabin. Do you still have it there?
Yes, I have seen it and can get it for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. When you come back, we can discuss the passage I'm looking for. In the meanwhile, I found some books on bean planting and local wildlife you might find useful. I put them on the table in my library for you.
That's so wonderful
I
of
look
you.
forward to it. Goodbye for now.
It's just a book.
Interesting.
Local wildlife. Edible plants. Nice. Good to know. Good to know. And there are some toys. Are you gonna read somebody else's?
Dear Miss Fuller, it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for the introductions to such brilliant new company. I am sure that writers such as these will fill our new journal with rays of golden talent. I have another name to add to the roster of our dial, Mr. Henry David Thoreau, a fine, brave youth of this town from whom I expect great things. I will send you some of his work soon. My son, young Waldo, is very well, and wife Lydian sends her love. R.W. Emerson.
Okay, I'm reading somebody else's, letters. That's not very good. And it's getting dark. I should be heading back home. But I think I'm gonna, wrap up for today. I have now an axe. Cool. Yeah, so this is interesting because it's like a... Ignoring such basic needs as food, fuel, shelter, and clothing will lower your natural energy reserves. Wait, what am I down with? Food. Very low. I ate my fish. Shelter under constructions. Fully rested and inspired. I am fully rested? How am I fully rested? How did that happen? And when did I eat my fish? But yeah, I wanted to wrap up right now.
Every day or two, I stroll to the village to hear some of the gossip which is incessantly going on there, circulating either from mouth to mouth or from newspaper to newspaper, and which, taken in homeopathic doses, was really as refreshing in its way as the rustle of leaves and the peeping of frogs.
Okay, so I don't think I'll survive very long because I am starving. And the only food I recognized so far were some fish. And I don't have any right now. Because I decided to go visit my friend, who wasn't kind enough to serve me anything. Either way, like I said, I'm gonna wrap up for now. I had fun. Maybe I'll continue it. Although I've never heard of this philosopher, but maybe because he's American, and to be honest, here in Europe we don't we don't get taught very much about the American philosophers. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember that links to other nappers are in the description. The link to the game is also there, and to our server and lots of different stuff. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like. I always appreciate it. But for now, thanks again and bye.